Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Not a Podcast. Y'all, it has been far too long. Far too long since I just sat down and yapped. And I'm using this mic, right? And I pinned it to my shirt so I don't move it around too much and you guys just start hearing that sound. So, yeah, hopefully this sounds good. Let me know if it doesn't. I actually care about the audio quality and whatnot, or I should just use the normal camera mic. Let me know. But I use this for whenever I'm doing my short form videos. Anyways, let's get into the video. So today we're going to be talking about the things that I have learned in therapy. And I have been going to therapy for a little while now. So I have a good amount of, knowledge, and I genuinely feel like it's actually helped me a little bit. And I wouldn't say it's been life changing or anything, but I think it's really important to have somebody that's just not even any way related to you or anything and that don't mean related by blood. I even just mean a friend. Sometimes it's just good to have someone that just doesn't know anything about you and speak to them about whatever you're going through or what you want to just talk about and just feel free with them because their contract or what's legally obligated to not tell nobody your business. So yeah, yeah. Anyways, and I don't know, people, and I know there's a thing with therapy where people want their therapist to kind of be able to relate to them. For example, I know a lot of Black people want their therapist to be Black as well, or a Black woman or a Black man or da da da. I'm the opposite. I want my therapist to be far from what I am. Do you know what I mean? Because the things I'm talking about don't necessarily relate to race. I'm not going to therapy for somebody being racist to me or anything. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to therapy. Some people can, if you go to therapy for that, that's fine. But I'm not. So it's if anything, I want my therapist to be completely different from me because I don't want nobody to be a friend of a da 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 da. Oh, small. It's a small world. So it's just yeah. So my therapist looks nothing like me. No cultural similarities or anything. But that's just my own 2 cents, 2 pence. But yeah, these are my actual therapy notes, my actual notes. And so I'm just gonna go through some of the things that I wrote down in my sessions and kind of what they relate to. So I'll start with the topic that I spoke to my therapist about, which is business. And one of the things that I talked about with this therapist, because I've had two. But the one I talked about with this first therapist, and what we came to the conclusion was discouragement is part of the process, part of the journey when it comes to owning a business, when it comes to trying to make a career for yourself and just be an entrepreneur. Because whenever you see business owners or entrepreneurs online, we just really just see the highlights. You know what I mean? For the most part, most people show you the good times, show you the numbers are up, show you when the sales are high, show you when the samples come back perfect. They show you when the photo shoot is amazing, but nobody really sees the downside of things. And there's, in my opinion, I think there's more discouragement than there is highs. More lows than there are highs when it comes to business. And that's just my own, because something as little as your seamstress sewed something incorrectly, that's the low. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to one little high. I don't know. Personally, right now I'm working on a collection, and there's just been so many wrong. It just looks off. It just looks bad. And then whenever I have that one right thing, it's gonna be it'll look like it took 2 seconds to make it. Do you get it? I just feel there's just more discouragements. Yeah, but I think I had to learn. I talked it out with my therapist, and I had to learn that discouragement is literally part of the process. You know what I mean? I didn't, this is the journey. Because, for example, let's say everything was just perfect, and every time I wanted something, it just came out right. It would get a little bit boring. You know what I mean? When things are too easy, I feel it gets boring. I like a challenge. I grew up playing sports. I grew up, being part of a team and things like that. Having some kind of challenge, I feel it genuinely makes the journey fun, and it'll be all like, and don't you always like, I don't know about you, but I like whenever I do hard things and I complete them and I'm like, ah, I've done that thing. For example, you go on a 1 mile run. After that run, you feel amazing. Obviously during the run, it's like, it's a little bit hard, it's difficult, but afterwards it's like, whoa, I did that. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to like a 1 mile walk. Do you know what I mean? Like a 1 mile run is more invigorating. Do you know what I mean? Of course, walking is still good. Now we all know that walking is really great exercise. But when you do that 1 mile run, it's like, whew, I did. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, discouragement is just part of the process. Okay, so this relates to the relationship sector, and something that we pretty much came up with was whenever you're in a relationship of any kind or sort or whatever, is that you should look for consistency over time. And for example, this is, I think this just kind of goes hand in hand with whenever like you're starting a new relationship or whatever, and the person is taking you to nice restaurants, buying you flowers, buying you this, buying you that. Okay, like let's see how long you keep this up. Do you know what I mean? Like let's look for consistency. Like don't get too, I mean, obviously enjoy the moment and things like that, but look for consistency in this person's actions, you know, over time, and see, like that'll show you the kind of person that it actually is. You know what I mean? Like I'm the kind of person that would, whenever I meet someone new, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know, this person's amazing, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, hold on, Savannah, like you actually need to calm down and just see if this person is going to keep up this energy and like be the person that you are, that they've presented to you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that first 2 weeks of when you meet somebody new, it's like, rainbows and butterflies. But it's like, look for consistency over time. And I feel like this also just goes hand in hand with like friendships too. It's like, look for consistency in this person's actions. And I think this can also be on the flip side too, with someone that may have a bad personality or may have a bad character. It's like, look for consistency. Like if this person is consistently treating you this way, if they're consistently acting a certain type of way that's not kind, figure out when it is and how they're doing that. And if it continues, like distance yourself, separate yourself from the relationship. I think that's kind of helped me to see people for who they are really, and just like understand their true intentions with things. Because whenever people actually value you or they actually want to be in your life and have a, whether it's a platonic or a romantic relationship with you, they're not going to want to rush. Like they're going to want to enjoy the moment and savor time with you as much as possible. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like they're not going to, it's not going to feel like a high. And obviously there's moments when it's like, it's amazing, it's a great time, you guys are out and having a great time, but it's like, they're going to want to savor moments with you that are just good. And I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but when people genuinely like you or genuinely care about you, I feel like time slows down a little bit, because there's people that I have come into contact with and I've like had a full-blown conversation with them, but the conversation just feels like they were in a different planet and like they're just, do you know what I mean? Like they're in a different world and they're just talking and they're just here. It doesn't feel like we're at the same level or the same, like we're not both grounded or like, what's the word? Like down to earth. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't have a lot of down to earth. Well, no. I feel like certain conversations I've had with people, they're not down to earth. Do you know what I mean? It's like you leave the conversation and it's like, did that person even like actually mean what they said, or were they just talking? Were they just trying to entertain? Were they just trying to reply to what I was saying, or were they actually thinking about their response and then talking? Do you know what I mean? Like actually deep your conversations with people. Like there's a difference between a response and actually replying to something that somebody says. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like a response is when someone just wants to just say something and get it off and like keep the conversation flowing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. When someone's actually replying to you, that means like they're deeping what you're saying and they actually want to understand you and want you to understand them. Do you get, like, I don't know. I feel like that is just something I've just noticed with a lot of like people that I meet, whether it's like romantic relationships or just platonic also, it's just like, are we actually trying to get to know each other? Do you know what I mean? Okay, the next thing I learned is talking about like social media and like my goals or whatever, and it's just like, long story short, give whatever goal you have or whatever career, whatever you're doing, give it your all. Like each day there should be some kind of goal that I know that I've done the best that I can per day. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, you want to give it your 100 each day. It sounds cliche, but like, there's a feeling that you have at the end of the day when you've been productive and you're like, whew, today was a good day. I was productive. And there's a feeling that you have at the end of the day when you didn't really do much, or you didn't really accomplish what you wanted to accomplish, or you just didn't do things well. And you're like, oh, like I feel like I wasted my day. Like, what the heck, time is flying by so fast, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is something that I had to talk about in therapy. Just like, well, let's say things don't even go my way that day. As long as I've given it my all, like as long as I've given it my 100% shots at whatever I'm doing and whatever I want to get better at, I'll know I've had a good day. Do you know what I mean? Like, give it your all. Like, whether it's every single hour of the day you are doing something that is going to reach your goals, like something that's contributing to the success of whatever you are striving for. And that's honestly something that I'm getting better at, and learning how to structure my days now, because I just have I'm trying to create a new schedule for myself where it's like I'm as productive as possible. Like, for example, right now it's literally 10:30 in the morning and I'm filming this. If you look at the way my content looks, most of it is shot at night. Like, I would just shoot at night when I'm just like, okay, fine, like let me just do it. But majority of people have most of their energy during the day or in the morning, and I feel like that's why I'm kind of like restructuring my days to start doing more work during the day, during the morning, because like I'm a morning person. I like to sleep, I like to wake up early. You know what I mean? Like, so also understand yourself, and I understand everyone's circumstances are different. Like, some people don't have morning availability and things like that due to work and stuff, but it's also just figure out what works for you and do your best. Like, do your best. Like, whatever circumstances that you're in right now, if you don't like it, figure out how you can change it, and don't be discouraged to the point of quitting. Like I said earlier, discouragement is part of the process. Literally, like, it's part of it. Everybody gets discouraged. Like, it may look like glitz and glam and everyone's having the best time of their life online on Instagram and TikTok, whatever. Nah, I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's cap. It's very much not true. Okay, the next thing that I've learned to do in therapy is journaling. And don't click off the video. Listen, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. I'm not really one for the like everyday journaling at 6 a.m. in the morning, blah, 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 blah. No, I don't think that is like sustainable for me personally. Some people it works, but I'm the kind of person that's like, oh my God, if I don't do this, I'm gonna I've ruined my whole week. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I give myself like at least once a week, write something in the journal. Even if it's like 2 sentences, like write something, like write how I'm feeling. And journaling really helps whenever those days where you actually just want to write things and get it all out. Because sometimes I always give myself like 1 page, I'll write. But there's certain days where it's the pages, I just keep going. I'm writing 2 pages, 3 pages. I'm like, wait. I didn't even know I had all this in me. I didn't even know I had all this in my mind, like to let it out. And when you put it on paper, there's some kind of like release. Like, it sounds corny, but there's some kind of energy transfer to the paper from you. Like, I'm the kind of person that's like, oh, I'm strong. I'm a strong woman, firstborn daughter, you know, I'm holding it in. I'm good. Like, everything can stay in my head. No, I promise, whenever you write things down, it makes a difference. Like, there's some kind of energy shift. There's some kind of light weights that you feel yeah, it just I don't know, it just feels good. Like it's almost the same feeling as like actually talking to a therapist and just like venting and letting it out to somebody that's trusted, you know. And I don't know, I feel like, and then whenever you go back and you actually read the moments that you journaled, you're like, wow, I didn't even know like this was affecting me that much. Like, cause even right now, as I'm reading my therapy notes, obviously this is not journaling. I'm like, was I this hurt about this situation? Do you know what I mean? Like, dang, this really like had me feeling this way, and I feel completely different right now. And there's certain things and situations that we go through in life, and it's like it feels like it's never ending. Like I'm never going to get over this. I feel like I'm stuck almost damn near, and I'm reading my notes and I'm just like, I do not feel this way anymore. Like I feel like a completely different person. And sometimes it's really hard to notice that we've grown as people, grown as individuals. And whenever you do have the chance to look back on your notes from like a year ago, 2 years ago, it's like a great feeling to know that things do get better and things do evolve. And even if you're at a point where it's like you're at a new hard, I feel like it's good to see that original heart, and it's like, okay, dang, I've kind of overcome that. Do you know what I mean? Like, there, you know what? Like, problems don't really end. That's another thing I'm learning in life. Problems don't really end. They're just different kinds of problems, and you learn how to handle it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like that problem that happened 2 years ago. If it were to happen again, I know how to navigate it. And there's certain things I'm looking at in my notes right now from like 2 years ago or a year ago, and from like a year ago, and I'm like, hey, something similar recently happened to me and I didn't even feel this upset about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wait, I've actually grown. Like I've actually become a a better person, I guess. I don't even know if that's the right word, but yeah, like it's a really good feeling. I don't know. Like I think y'all should try it. Like it doesn't have to be the most like aesthetic thing. Like bro, just even if you just want to write in your phone, just write something down. Do you get it? Ooh, okay. Another one that I've learned is that when it comes to, I literally wrote this down bar for bar. When it comes to comparison, we don't really know people. We don't know. Okay, when it comes to comparison, we don't really know how people live their life. There's this. I actually feel like I struggled with comparison a bit, you know, due to my work, my line of work, my career, and it's just like it's so easy. Like, oh my God, it's so easy to compare. I think it's easy to compare in any line of work, but I feel like social media is a different ball game. Like, what? And like I said earlier, people are posting highlight reels. Like, they're only posting what they want you to see. Like, they're not posting. Sorry, I had to fix my camera. But yeah, people are not posting the embarrassing moments. People aren't posting the argument that they had with their friends. Like they're not posting stuff like that. Like they're not posting the dude embarrassing them, and they're not posting how like they're crying in their bed. Do you know what I mean? Like nobody's talking about that. And whenever you look at these people's day in the live content, and it's like, I did this, and then I drank a matcha, then I went to Pilates, and then I went to Target, and then they're not showing you that on the way to Target, they had to cut somebody off and scrape their car on the way to, you know what I mean? Like, nobody is really, like, you're not seeing the full gist. And it's like, even whenever I record a vlog sometimes, I'm like, dang, I was on, like, for example, my Dubai vlog. I'm like, I was in Dubai for, like, 7 days. Why is my vlog only, it's under an hour? Do you know what I mean? It's like, you guys are not seeing the full picture. You're just seeing, like, the moments that people happen to bring out their camera to show. Do you understand? Like there's, oh my God, another example. There was a moment whenever we were flying back from Dubai, and it's a 16-hour plane ride from Dubai to Houston. You would think, oh, hee ha ha, you know, she got on the plane and she went back to her house, blah, 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 blah. No. Before we're about to take off, the pilot goes, hey, you guys, we've had engine failure. I said, I'm looking around. Nobody's shocked. Everybody just watching their movie. And then he said, we're going to fix it, but it's going to take about 30 minutes to fix. And then another 30 minutes to run the engine. And after we run the engine, we will leave. I'm like, okay, calm, whatever, cool. engine failure, whatever. 16-hour flight, engine failure before 16-hour flight, whatever. They'll fix it. They know what to do. They come back after 1 hour. The engine failed the test. So we're going to have to fix it again and run the engine again. So at this point, we're going to be projected to be on the plane for 3 hours, basically. But it's like nobody saw that like discomfort, that like nervousness, the anxiety that happened before getting home. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm not going to put that on social media. I mean, obviously I could, but like nobody's showing that. You came onto my channel, you came onto my page to see the glitz, the glam, the drinks, the outfits, the everything. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, I still have to learn to just take things I see with a grain of salt, and even just comparing my lives to like other people that I may know in general. Like even your best friend, you don't really know their full life. Do you know what I mean? You don't know their full life story. You don't know what's actually going on in their mind. So it's like actually take things with a grain of salt whenever you are trying to compare yourself and things like that. And especially people that are like business owners, do not compare. Because some people's businesses, they just got lucky. They just hit the jackpot they did something at the right time, and they were in the right place, and they met the right person, and they had the right connection. Nobody's going to tell you about the connection that they have. Nobody's going to tell. Whenever I see these courses online, it's like, or these people that have courses, they're like, subscribe to this thing. Let me show you how to make $10,000 in a week. Let me show you how to make 20K in 2 days. People that's actually making money, like actually doing the thing and actually making money, real life money, and not making money off of you, they're not telling you how they're going to do it. I'm telling you that right now. Nobody that's actually making 20K a week is going to sit on the internet and tell you how to make 20K a week. They're working. Do you understand? So it's just like, stop comparing. Like, just, I really don't even know where I was going with that statement. But it's like, there's just so many fraud, fake things on the internet. You just never really know. And it's like, don't compare. Don't try to get your life to be like somebody else's, and just live yours. Like, live yours. And that kind of just goes into my last thing that I was saying also, which was, I wrote down too, which is to trust God, but also know that whenever you have a relationship with God, Jesus Christ, your life is different from others. Your life is not going to be the same. It's not going to be the yellow brick road happy. It's not going to be like happy, jolly. You know what I mean? Like, your life is different from other people when you have God involved. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't be saying like, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm going to church, I'm enjoying it. But then when I go online, I'm looking at somebody and I'm like, ugh, I want that. You know what I mean? I want their life. I want to have what they're having. Like, why can't I have that? Do you know what I mean? And that's even one of I don't want to get too preachy here, but that's one of the 10 commandments, which is do not covet your neighbor's wife. And that pretty much says, don't want what somebody else has. Don't want what somebody else possesses, because like God has your own story written out for you, basically. And it's like, it just also just brings a sense of serenity and peace when you know that everything is handled. Like, your story is handled. Like, you don't need to do too much. You just steward the thing that you're meant to do in this life. Everything is handled. Work hard. Everything is handled. Know that you're doing your best. You'll be okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, when you do your best, it ain't more. There's not much more you can do. You have done your best for this day. Try again tomorrow and do your best again. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that was just a few little things that I've learned. Obviously, I have a whole bunch of notes and I have a whole bunch of things I can like summarize better for you guys. But yeah, let me know if you guys actually liked my therapy notes, or you agree or disagree. Like, I'm open to all conversations. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, thanks for watching this episode of Not a Podcast. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share. Bye.